Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of In the Know, the Jazzy radio magazine show that keeps you in the know about entertainment, health, food, fashion, lifestyles, and community affairs. I am your host, Denise Barnes, right here with you on Radio Free Nashville 1071 and 103.7 FM. And hey, I'm excited because you can listen to me, you can hear me worldwide via internet, and that is radiofreenashville.org. So now sit back, relax, and be rejuvenated right here on In the Know Radio Magazine Show. And now,
I know my parents loved me, stand behind me, come what may. I know now that I'm ready, yeah, for I finally heard them say it's a different world, ooh, than where you come from. The city is now, yeah. Here's our chance to make it. Hey, and if we focus on our goal, you can decide, we can take it. Hey, just remember that you and too. It's a different world. It's a different world. It's a different world. It's a different world than where you come from. Ooh, than where you come from.
hey, Jasmine Guy has a regular presence on film, television, and stage. She was the star of the Bill Cosby spinoff, A Different World, for which she won 6 consecutive NAA Image Awards. She is my guest today during the entertainment segment. Jasmine Guy, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to have you here with us. I am a huge fan of yours. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Sure. Now let's begin our conversation reflecting on your early years, Jasmine, of dancing, acting, and choreography. At what point did you get your break into the world of entertainment?
Well, I went to the Alvin Ailey School when I was 17 and danced there until I was about 21. And during that time, I also was on this TV show Fame.
Mm-hmm.
That was a long time ago.
Yes,
But that was the first time that I went out to California with that show. And then after that, I did a lot of Broadway and touring, like with Bubbling Brown Sugar, The Wiz, Leader of the Pack, Beehive, Dancing in the Street. There's a lot of shows.
Yes.
And then I got the movie School Days with Spike Lee.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of us were from the theater world that were in School Days because you had to sing, dance, and act. So there were a lot of little Broadway gypsies in that movie. So it was, it was a very diverse kind of career from the beginning because there was some theater and film and TV from the very beginning. I just liked performing, so I didn't really say, okay, now I'm going to do this medium, now I'm going to do this medium. I kind of went with what job was really calling. I mean, everybody wanted to be in School Days, needless to say. That was
Yes.
the anybody black was trying to get in School Days, you know.
I'm sure. Yes, yes.
You know, that was like the coolie high of our time, you know. And it wasn't like you had a lot to choose from back then, you know.
I do.
It was like, you know, Roots is casting, so everybody in black is going to go up for Roots. And so it's a little different now. We have a lot more outlets and a lot more, you know, different vehicles for people.
Absolutely. Well, you know, as I mentioned, I am a big fan, and I know I have lots of your fans listening. But let's go back a little bit more. When you were the star of the Bill Cosby spinoff, as I mentioned earlier, A Different World, for which you won 6 consecutive NAACP Image Awards. Now, Jasmine, in what ways did that show change your life?
Well, having a good, a steady job is always good.
Isn't
but,
it?
You know,
Yeah.
you know, but till then I was about 25 when I got A Different World, so it was nice to have a. But you know, in the beginning, we didn't know that it was going to be a steady job. I mean, the first season, Kadeem and I were hired for 7 episodes. So by episode 5, we were like, "What you think? You think they're going to keep us?" It was it was a new show, and new shows have to find their legs. They have to find their rhythm. So I have to say, after season 1, we went into season 2 with Debbie Allen. I think she really helped to mold that show to what it became. You know, she added the flavor and the nuance and the substance I think that it needed. And, you know, she's a graduate of Howard, so she knew the differences. You know, what makes a college, an HBCU over a white university? Like, why is it different? What makes it different? One of the differences is there's a feeling of family on it. I think in a HBCU, a feeling where the teachers, the staff, they don't want the kids to fail.
Right.
So there's more invested in our students, and they're lifted, you know, and they're taught their heritage and history and things that they might not have gotten in a bigger university or a white university. Because people ask me all the time, why an HBCU? What's the value of going to a school? I said, well, it's educationally, you learn different things when you're at a black college campus. You know, your history is taught differently. Your political emphasis is taught. You get self-esteem. You're embraced.
Yes.
You know, I think it's a good proving ground, and that show was successful to me because there were so many different kinds of characters on that show.
And
you know, you didn't have just one way of thinking. You had a lot of different points of view that were all black, but still not just one way of thinking.
Absolutely. And working with Kadeem Hardison, you know, the most memorable episode for so many is that wedding, Jasmine, that wedding that oh my goodness. Tell us a little bit about that. You all were in love on this show, right?
That was my job. Don't get confused with me being married and that wedding. That was not my wedding.
I know.
Y'all get wrapped up in that wedding. Oh, my good Lord. It was an episode. I had a script. I had wardrobe.
Yes.
I know it spoils the whole illusion.
But you all were so fabulous in it, and it's so memorable, Jasmine. So, again, hats off to you for your great works on the show and everything that you've been doing. But you're my guest today to talk about this
Well,
really...
we had a lot of fun. We did enjoy each other. It was a great company of people, you know.
Yes.
I think because I was young and didn't have a lot of television experience, I didn't realize that doesn't always have to happen. Like, you can go to work and do your job and still not really get along with people, or there's animosity on the set.
Yes.
But our set was very much fun and loving and supportive, and, you know,
yes.
I do, you know, have to say that it doesn't always have to be that way, like any job. But I like this job that I'm doing with the Quad. It has a similar feeling, although we are not in a sitcom. This is an hour drama about a fictitious black school, Georgia A&M. But it gives you all of that room, you know, to talk politically and intellectually, socially. We have different gender issues. We have sexual assault issues that are running rampant on college campuses. And in this fictitious school, we have our first female president. So it also has this reflection of the election.
Yeah.
I just love it. I love to be able to do my work, but also be relevant politically and have a platform for people to think and talk about. And I think the Quad is going to be that kind of breath of fresh air because people want another college show.
Yes.
A Different World is like 20 years ago. And, you know, with the success of Drumline and all these movies that are set on a college campus, I think it's time for another show where we can really follow these kids and watch them grow up, you know.
Yes, they're our next generation, very important, Jasmine. Absolutely.
Right. These lovely millennials on their phones all the time.
That's right. And we have to give them some positive guidance. You're absolutely right. Now, Jasmine.
I have one. That's why I know.
And I have two. So, you know I know as well. So, hey, we got to be there for them.
Yep.
Yes. Now, you're my guest today, Jasmine, to talk about the 1920s Raising Cain, a Harlem Renaissance Odyssey, in which you're starring. And it's coming here to Nashville, Tennessee. Share with my audience more information about the show and the role that you're playing in it.
Oh, this is a show I've been doing over the last 10 years. It's called Raising Cane because it's named after a book, Cane, C-A-N-E, like sugar cane, written by Gene Toomer in the 20s. And it kind of formed how writers started to express themselves during that time. As we know, the Harlem Renaissance is a very full decade with, art, poetry, literature, sculptures, paintings, and also a hotbed for three ways of political thinking. You had W.B. Du Bois, Booker T. Washington, and Marcus Garvey, and they all had very different points of view.
Yeah.
And I love being able to talk about that, weaving in music, dance. It's a very entertaining show. It's a lot of information, but I think it's a great way to learn about the Harlem Renaissance, and the music is beautiful. It's original music written by Avery Sharp, and the Avery Sharp Trio performs. So it's a nice live experience. There's nothing like live theater.
It's
So,
nothing
yes,
like
we're
it,
coming
right.
to Nashville, and I'm so excited. I have friends in Nashville, and y'all have good food in Nashville.
Oh, yes, we do. The It City.
I'm excited.
Yes, you can't go wrong.
When I'm on the
definitely.
road, I want to have at least one good meal.
I
You know?
understand, yes. And we have it here waiting for you and can't wait. And that's on February the 24th here at TPAC. And I'm looking forward to meeting you. I'm your friend as well.
I know, and I know you love Whitley Moore, but I'm not even going to be discouraged.
There we go. There we go. You heard her right here. Whitley Gilbert, everybody from a different world. Jasmine Guy,
Your
thank
best
you.
friend.
Yes, thank you so much. Now, in closing, what else is on the horizon for Jasmine Guy, and how can my listeners learn more about you?
Well, other than I'm doing Kane there, I have a couple of movies that I did. I just don't know when they're coming out because I just filmed them. One is about a female aviator from the 30s, and she started a flight school and actually trained the Tuskegee Airmen.
Wow.
And another movie I did is actually about the night of Emmett Till's abduction.
Oh, wow.
We
yes.
actually filmed that in Greenwood, Mississippi, a mile away from where he was taken from his aunt and uncle's home, beaten and murdered. So, yeah, I'm doing a lot of history right now, which is
Very
I
important.
love it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, Hidden Figures. It's such a wonderful movie,
Yes,
and
it
it's such a
is.
great way to introduce our history. Since we're not being taught these things, at least we can start incorporating it, through our work and our art.
I concur wholeheartedly. Jasmine, we've got to have you back again very soon. Back to In the Know
Okay.
Radio Magazine Show. There's an open invite, okay?
Thank you so much. You're such a sweetheart. Thank you.
You're welcome, Jasmine. I'll be seeing you soon.
Okay.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And again, listeners, that was the wonderful Jasmine Guy from the spinoff A Different World, Bill Cosby. What a really, really great interview. Again, don't forget she's going to be here in Nashville, Tennessee for Raising Cane, a Harlem Renaissance here on February 24th at TPAC, and I have got a pair of tickets that I will be giving away very soon. But you must connect with me on Facebook. There, my public figure page is In the Know Radio Magazine Show, and on Twitter, follow me at ITK Radio Mag Show. You're listening to another edition of In the Know, the Jazzy Radio Magazine Show, and we will be right back with you.
You touch and go, but don't you know you can't hide? No, no, baby. When you give it up, it's only enough to get me by. You're playing a game, it's so plain. You want me to win. I'm willing to play whatever you say. If love is the end, game, baby. Your game, baby. Just you and me playing your game, baby. Your game, baby. Nobody but you and me. You start, you stop. You know what you got is what I need. Oh yes, indeed. When you give it up, it's only enough to make me see. Ooh-wee. That you're playing a game. It's so plain. You want me to win. Girl, I'll play whatever you say. If love is the end, playing your game, baby. Your game, baby. Just you and me. Playing your game, baby. Your game, baby. Nobody but you and me.
And we are back, everyone. I hope you are enjoying the first hour of the show In the Know, the Jazzy radio magazine show that keeps you in the know about entertainment, health, food, fashion, lifestyles, and community affairs. I am your host, Denise Barnes, right here with you. I hope you enjoyed that interview with Jasmine Guy. Hey, did you get to hear that Whitley Gilbert voice that she put in there? I'm excited about that, and I'm also excited about Jasmine Guy coming here to Nashville, Tennessee next month to TPAC for Raising Cane, and I've got a pair of free tickets that I will be giving away to a lucky listener. But at this time, we are going to continue to keep the pages here in our entertainment segment. My entertainment reporter, all the way from the West Coast, Las Vegas, the capital, the entertainment capital of the world. Here we go, Stephen Littles with his red carpet interviews with so many celebrities. Don't move, you'll miss it. And we'll be right back with you.
We are here with the lovely Renee Lawless. We all know her from the hit smash on TV show, The Have and the Have-Not.
Yes.
So what do we have to look for the new season that starts in January?
Oh, honey, if you saw the finale, you know, Catherine kind of had to take care of some business,
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, Veronica's still in the house. When we left, you know, Catherine just walked across the floor and walked upstairs, and Veronica's still in the house. So we're going to have to see what happens after that. Because, you know, when we come back, we never come back 3 months later,
Right.
2 weeks later. We pick up where we
Right,
left off.
right.
So I'm just going to say it's going to be very intense, those first several episodes.
What's it like working with Mr. Perry?
Oh, my goodness. What a great mentor. What a great friend. He is not only a good teacher, he is a actor's director. You know, with that cliche of saying it's amazing, it's fantastic, it's wonderful. It's all of those things, but more so, I learned from him so much. But he's also very giving. He's an actor's director. He knows how to speak our language because he is an actor.
Right, exactly.
And he's also very open to our input. And he goes, well, what is, you know, if we're going off in another direction, he goes, okay, wait, no. But he lets us bring our stuff to the table, and he wants to see what we create.
You know, what are you doing here at the NAACP Theater Awards?
Well, I'm here to present.
Great.
I'm presenting tonight, and I did it last year, and I'm very honored to be asked to do it again. And it's my heart and my soul. I love the theater community.
Oh.
It's my background. So
really,
yeah. I started in theater. I was on Broadway. That's where I come from.
So what did you do on Broadway? You know, I'm a New Yorker, so Broadway means a lot to me.
Right. Well, I was in Beauty and the Beast on Broadway, and then just prior to the Have and Have Nots, I was 5 years with Wicked on the national tour.
Really? Mm-hmm. Wow. So you can sing?
Yes, I have a master's in voice. I was going to be an opera singer.
You have the name for it.
Well, thank you very much. I didn't go that way, but it was always I always consider singing and Broadway to be a step in the next direction. So that's what I took it.
And as my uncle says, when he said that my career wasn't real, he says Broadway's legit.
Yep. Yes. Listen, theater's legit. Broadway, off-Broadway, community theater, local theater, regional theater is legit.
Now, do you feel that if someone's pursuing a career in acting, that it's important for them to go through theater?
I think so, absolutely. I believe that gives me a skill set that has helped me now parlay into television. Theater, you have to be able to think on your feet on a dime. You can go out there and drop a line, and you got to be able to pick it up, keep it going. It keeps you awake. It keeps you present. It makes you stay present. Plus, you've got anywhere from 100 to 3,000 people in front of you. So you have to stay present. You can't just call it in.
Right. Well, you hear she's working, and she's constantly working. Listen to her.
Yes, listen to me. Listen to everything I say, because everything I say is right.
Everything. Thank you again.
Thank you again.
Mwah. So now, how can our viewers follow you?
Oh, absolutely. On Facebook, Renee Lawless, and on Twitter, Ms. Renee Lawless, on Instagram, Renee Lawless, and I'm still working on learning that Snap and Chat thing. So, see, people keep telling me, and I go, I don't know what I'm doing. So, you can find me on Snapchat. I may not always be there. And I'm getting better at Instagram. I'm the old lady. Right. I got Facebook down, and then somebody introduced Twitter, and I'm like, whoa. And then someone said Instagram. I'm like, people, ain't nobody got time for all this. I can't, Then they got the Periscope, and then they go to Snap, and then they got Facebook Live, and I'm like, oh. So that's where they can reach me so far.
Okay.
And then I have ReneeLawless.com, too.
This is Stephen Littles, and I'll be back next week, Nashville and surrounding areas, with more celebrity interviews on In the Know Radio magazine. Please follow me at Social Connection TV on Instagram, at SoCon TV, SOCON TV on Twitter. Check out our website, socialconnectiontv.com, and subscribe to our YouTube page for full video interviews of current and past guests. Have an amazing week.
Let's kick a verse for my man called Miles, cause seems to me he's gonna be around for a long while. Cause he's a multi-talented and gifted musician who can play any position. It's no mystery that you're no risk to me, cause I'm the lover until your girl to throw a kiss to me and hop in bed and have a fight with a pillow. Turn off the lights and let the J give it to you, and let the trumpet blow as I kick this. Cause rapping is fundamental and Miles sounds so wicked. A little taste of the bebop sound with the backdrop of doo-hop, and this is why we call it the doo-bop, the doo-bop. Just taking that doo-bop sound, just taking that doo-bop sound. Just taking that doo-bop sound, just taking that doo-bop sound. Just taking that doo-bop sound, just taking that doo-bop sound. Just taking that doo-bop sound, just taking that doo-bop sound. With Miles Davis. Just kicking it. Now go ahead and play like a wannabe. You know it's gonna be hate to cut the throats of MCs up in front of me. When I'm out, blow make the A wanna sing around. Be shining on brothers like they flipping on their high beams. And when I just come through, you think you bad, but somebody seen you. Climbing a tree like Jack B. Nimble, yo, Miles, blow the trumpet off of A&M.
Miles Davis' style is different, you can describe it as specific. He rip, rage, and roll, no time for watching Andy Griffith. You can, all you want. Go ahead. While he take the doo-hop and mix it with bebop, just like a maker in the shoe shop. Easy Moby will cream you like the nougat. And usually we do our but since Miles wanna cool out, you can do that, Miles. Blow your trumpet, show the people this one is the doo-bop.
Just kicking that doo-bop sound, just kicking that doo-bop sound. This one is the doo-bop. Just kicking that doo-bop sound, just kicking that doo-bop sound. Just kicking that doo-bop sound, just kicking that doo-bop sound. Just kicking that doo-bop sound, just kicking that doo-bop sound. With Miles Davis. Just kicking that.
We are back again, everyone. I want to say thanks for tuning in to another edition of In the Know Radio Magazine Show, and I am your host, Denise Barnes, and at this time we are going to continue in the magazine, and I want to send a special thanks to each and every one of you who have connected with me on social media, and remember my Facebook public figure page there is In the Know Radio Magazine Show, and on Twitter, it's okay to follow, as long as you're following the right person, and that handle there is ITK Radio Mag Show. Well, today is an historical day. It is inauguration day. So, for the incoming president, Donald Trump, and we are saying goodbye to our first family, the Obamas. Bittersweet day for so many, but we will miss the first family. We will miss the Obamas, but there's a new page turning. And as I mentioned, today is Inauguration Day. So we are going to continue with all the good things that America is about. But if you got the inaugural blues, head to the Frisk Center Visual Arts Cafe for a free performance by the Nashville International Folk Dancers Band Tansova Grupa. The band will play village folk music from 6 to 8 p.m. Friday, January the 20th. That's tonight. It's a great way to end your day. So again, make sure you go and visit the Frisk Center for Visual Arts Cafe for a free performance by the Nashville International Folk Dancers Band Tansova Grupa. And this again is from 6 to 8 p.m. on tonight. The band will play village folk music. It's a great way to end your day. So now, at this time, we are going to continue on in the entertainment segment with In the Know's Jazzy Top 10 Countdown for the Week. We're doing our top 10 songs for the week. Coming in at number 10 is Back at It, Vandale Andrew. Number 9, Love, Passion, and Joy, Huge Groove. Number 8, Arrival, Paul Taylor. Coming in at number 7, I Want You Girl, BWB. Number 6, Echoes Rising, Paul Hardcastle. Coming in at number 5 is Adam Hawley's Joyride. Number 4, Back to Your Heart, Lindsay Webster. Number 3, Kachaka, Richard Elliott. And number 2, Do I Do, Peter White. And here's the number 1 song for the week. In the Know's Jazzy Top 10 Countdown for the Week. Number 1, Life Cycle, Nathan East. Wonderful song. Here it goes. We'll be right back with you.
Tuesday is crawling along. You've just had a big lunch, and sluggishness is setting in. It's 1 o'clock. What to do? Flex your mouse hand, then click radiofreenashville.org and feel the invigorating sound of radio in all of its speaker-thumbing, meter-bouncing excitement. It's experimental radio with Robert Rickman. Hear radio the way it used to be and should be now.
And now a flagrant violation of the WLS format where it says you never play the same song again in the same hour. Who cares? I love it.
News of how the news is reported, weather forecasts unlike any you've ever heard, and an occasional experiment.
We'll count down from 3, and we'll let her rip. 3. Whoops.
Experimental radio, 1 p.m. Tuesday afternoons on WRFN.
Radio Free Nashville.
Hi, I'm Jonathan. I'm a big supporter of Radio Free Nashville. Tune in daily at 2 p.m. for Democracy Now!, the national daily independent award-winning news program hosted by journalists Amy Goodman and Juan Gonzalez. Democracy Now! Provides access to people and perspectives rarely heard in the U.S. corporate-sponsored media, including independent and international journalists. Ordinary people from around the world who are directly affected by U.S. foreign policy, grassroots leaders and peace activists, artists, academics, and independent analysts. Hear the real debate weekdays at 2 on Democracy Now!, right here on Radio Free Nashville.
Sit back, relax, and be rejuvenated on In the Know, the Jazzy radio magazine show that keeps you in the know about entertainment, health, food, fashion, lifestyles, and community affairs. Join host Denise Barnes Fridays 9 to 10 a.m. on 103.7, 107.1 FM, WRFN.
The big payback. get out. Make her get up. Make her get up, get out. I'm mad. I want revenge. I want revenge. My patience ends on revenge. My patience ends on revenge. I want revenge. I want revenge. Can I get some hits? I need those hits. I need those hits. Hit
everyone. Again, I hope you are enjoying another edition of In the Know, the Jazzy radio magazine show that keeps you in the know about entertainment, health, food, fashion, lifestyles, and community affairs. And I hope you are enjoying today's show today. I really enjoyed my new entertainment reporter, Stephen Littles, all the way from the West Coast with his red carpet interviews with some of the most notable celebrities in the business. Miss Renee Lawless, what a great interview. She's working on a lot of things, including the haves and the have-nots, working with Tyler Perry, and I know that's an exciting venture for her, and I know I have a lot of fans of that show, the haves and the have-nots. Hey, I want you all to continue to keep up with me, stay in touch with me, and I appreciate all of the support that I have been given throughout the years with the inception of Differences Radio Magazine show and the spinoff as In the Know Radio Magazine show right here on this fabulous station. I am having a marvelous time, looking forward to more great interviews coming up during my second hour. But at this time, we're going to continue in the entertainment segment and give you In the Know's top 10 movies of the week. Coming in at number 10, Passengers. Number 9, Underworld Blood Wars. Number 8, Sleepless. Number 7, Monster Trucks. Number 6, Patriots Day. Coming in at number 5 is Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. Number 4, The Bye-Bye Man. Number 3 is Sing. Number 2, La La Land. And coming in at the well-coveted number 1 slot, Hidden Figures, and which if you listen to my earlier interview with the fabulous Jasmine Guy, she actually mentioned this movie. What a fabulous movie to go out and see. Women leading and doing great things in this wonderful world. So again, the In the Know's top 10 movies of the week. Coming in number 1, Hidden Figures. You are listening to another edition of In the Know, the Jazzy Radio Magazine show, and we'll be right back with you.
You missing me, I'm missing you. Whenever we meet, we gonna endlessly. I get to be together with you. It's fit complete. We gonna endlessly. A vision rolling around in my head, but I don't really talk about it. I'm loving what you're doing to me. I don't wanna do that.
feel great. But here's the deal. The doctor just told me I have high blood pressure. And the kicker, the high blood pressure can lead to heart disease or a stroke or worse. So she said I need to lose weight, eat better, and exercise. And if that doesn't work, I may need to take medicine. I know I gotta fix this. For them.
Although you can feel perfectly healthy, you may still have high blood pressure. So get your blood pressure checked regularly. And if it's too high, talk to your doctor and make sure you understand your options. You may need to change the way you live. Your doctor may recommend medicine. To learn more about your options, go to ahrq.gov/consumer and select Comparing Medical Treatments. That's ahrq.gov/consumer. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
knows I'm not asking just of you. Girl, to make it last, I'll do whatever needs to be done.
But I need somebody who'll stand by me. When it's touching, you won't run. She will always be right there for me. Sunny days, everybody loves them. Tell me, can you stand up? Can you stand it? I know all the days won't be perfect, but tell me, can you stand it? Can you stand the rain? Can you stand no pressure from me, baby. 'Cause I want you and I need you and I love you. Tell me, baby, will you be there for me? Come on, baby, let's go get wet. Can you stand the rain? Will you be there, girl? Storms will come for sure. Can you stand the rain?
And we are back again, everyone. I want to say thanks for tuning in to another edition of In the Know, the Jazzy Radio Magazine show right here. And I am your host, Denise Barnes. And at this time, we are in our second hour of the show. And I am excited to have you here with us on today. And on the lines with us is the fabulous, the beautiful Tanya Hart. Welcome back to the show, Tanya. How are you?
Hi, how are you? Well, thank you for having me back, Denise.
It's always a pleasure to speak with you, Tanya. How you been doing?
Well, you know what? We just came through the holiday season. It's award season out here in Hollywood, what I call our prom season, where everybody gets dressed up every day.
Oh, yes.
For one event or another. So we've been doing all of the awards and having a good time. You're kind of exhausted, and you have to, keep your feet in shape for wearing those 4 and 5 inch heels. But
I know
other
the
than that,
feeling.
we're doing good.
I know the feeling. I do. And I've got to get out there soon to see you. Most definitely. Now, listeners, in case you didn't know.
Okay, now I hear the guys.
Yes. So let's talk a little bit more about what's going on with you before I let my listeners know. Now, you guys have seen Tanya appear on so many networks such as ABC, CNN, HLN, BBC, and Inside Edition talking about the film industry. But Tanya, what I need for you to do, we're going to open our conversation on the topic of PBS.
Okay, honestly, the music is kind of loud, and I'm not hearing I didn't hear your question very well. But.
Okay, let's see here what's going on with the music here. I don't know what music you could be hearing here.
There we go. Now
you got it. There we go. So we're gonna start here again with Tanya Hart, of course. While you were a student at the Harvard Graduate School of Education, you studied with Gerald Lester, the creator of PBS's Sesame Street.
I did.
But how involved were you with creating PBS programs and documentaries?
Well, I actually ended up working at PBS after that. So I actually worked on several shows. We worked on one of the first African-American focused shows called Say Brother, which is still on the air in some form or another. My husband and I did documentaries for PBS, which actually you can still get. One of them is called Flyers in Search of a Dream. It's been in their catalog for many years now. Another one is called Dark Passages, which looks at the Atlantic slave trade. But going back to the Jerry Lesser days, Jerry Lesser was just, I mean, you know, he was a brilliant mind. And he was actually a psychologist, and Jerry was one of these guys that he looked at the classroom as really a laboratory, and so all of the students got involved in creating curriculums, which is what he really did. That was his brilliance, and that's how he created the curriculum part of Sesame Street, which obviously he did a good job because it's still on the air 40-some years later.
Oh, yes.
And so, yeah, I worked on another show called Infinity Factory, which was a similar kind of thing, but it was a math show.
Mm-hmm.
And that one didn't last like Sesame Street. But, yeah, we really had a great time over there in those days. But I think there's something that's really important. You know, with what we're going through in the country today, the reason I got to Harvard, and not because I was an A student, because in those days that didn't matter as much, but it was because of affirmative action.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And so, you know, we cannot forget those kinds of
That's
things.
right.
And I tell that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's important.
Very important. Very. Today and always will be, Tanya. So hats off to you for all the works that you're doing. But let's go back for a moment, Tanya, to 1992 and discuss one of those most poignant BET interviews that you conducted with late rapper Tupac Shakur.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Oh, he was one of my children. I loved him.
Yes.
And I tried my best because we bonded. It was the first interview he had ever done.
Yes.
And so he, you know, God gave me the ability to talk to people, and people talked to me, and I listened. And so people tell me all kinds of things because they'd sit down with me on our show on BET, and they'd forget they were on TV.
Oh, wow.
And so they would just start talking, and Tupac and I became very close after that. Excuse me, it's still a little early here in the morning.
I understand. I understand.
So anyway, but you know, I knew then he was brilliant, and but we got to look at where he came from. His mother, Afeni Shakur, you know, who just passed away this past year.
Yes.
When she was pregnant with him,
wow,
she was fighting more than 200 counts of conspiracy and other federal charges.
Yes.
She represented herself in court and won.
Well, look at that. Wow.
While she was pregnant. So that's where that baby came from.
Well, all right. He was smart anyways.
Anyway.
Yes, he was.
And so, you know, it was like he was ahead of his time.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, the times that he lived in, he got caught up in it. Because I told him, I said, don't get caught up in all this press and stuff. You're better than that.
Absolutely.
But he started believing the press and obviously hanging out with the wrong people like Suge Knight. And needless to say, we know where that ended up.
Absolutely, yes. Yes, we did. But, you know, his memories and his great works will always live on within us because he is a legend. Definitely.
No, he really has become that. And when you listen to him now,
mm-hmm.
you know, it's so poignant because his message is very clear.
Yes.
And it's lived all this time.
And, you know, just thinking about all of the great works that you yourself have done, Tanya, there is something that's amazing that's coming up, and it's dealing with New Edition. Now,
I know.
Oh, and I'm excited about that because, Tanya, you had the foresight when music producer Maurice Starr, producer of New Edition, actually asked you to do a story about New Edition back in 1982.
Well, yeah, it was actually more than a story. Maurice and I, we were doing these little Hollywood Talent Night.
Yes.
Maurice came up with this. Excuse me.
That's okay.
And we were at the Lee School in Dorchester.
Uh-huh.
Little public school in Dorchester. And he would, you know, he was always, he had a group himself, the Johnson Brothers, and they were very talented, but he wanted to create other groups. And at the time, Boston was really on the, Boston had created all of these kind of international groups. I mean, the Cars, Rick Ocasek with the Cars, Aerosmith, all of these groups had come out of Boston. Well, they were white groups, white boy groups, but, you know, they were like, and they were rock groups, but they were really getting a lot of play all over the world and had become very popular.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, R&B music was still going on, and every international star would come through Boston to perform. And so Maurice said, we're going to find somebody here because I know there's some black kids. And so we'd have these Hollywood Talent Nights, and I would MC and he would MC.
Yes.
And that's really where New Edition came from. And then I I had a TV show. We went on the air. I'm really dating myself, but it was one of the first TV shows. We went on the air in '79. So by 1980, when these kids came along, we were ready. Put them on the air. First TV first time people had seen them almost outside of the Lee School, and they became a hit. I mean, it was like, who are these kids?
Yes. I mean,
because
amazing.
they were on their own right. They were all really talented. And so Maurice, and actually some of the people still with him now, like Brooke Payne, I got to give that man credit because he's still with New Edition.
Oh, wow.
He was there almost from the beginning. He started out as their choreographer.
Oh, my goodness. He is hanging in there.
He is hung in there.
Yes.
But you know what's really important about this group? Look at all of the commerce that these guys that have spun off from this because, became Belle Biv DeVoe, Bobby Brown, Johnny Gill. So they all became separate even though they come back together. But if you think about it, 30 years of that, all of the people they've employed,
what are you
all of the music they've put out there,
yes.
That's commerce. And people, we have to think of ourselves like that.
We do because, everyone, I want you to know, just in case you don't know, Tanya Hart, this lady on the lines with me now, was the first to put New Edition on television. The first. And if it hadn't been for her, who knows? Tanya, hats off to you.
Oh, well, thank you, darling.
Yes. And now there is going to be a BET biopic, the New Edition story. Tell us a little more about that, Tanya.
Well, it starts on Tuesday. It's produced by BET and Stephen Hill, who was actually also in Boston with us at the time. Stephen and I worked on the same radio station there way back in the day, WILD.
Okay.
And so Stephen, he knew about the whole Boston music scene, and he came up with this idea. And, of course, Stephen is one of the big honchos at BET now.
All right.
And he came up with this idea, and they've pulled it off. So I can't wait. I honestly have not screened it. I'm going to see it Monday night with the New Edition.
Oh, wow.
So I'm excited about
Tell
that.
them I say hello.
I will.
Yes. And as we mentioned, this group in and of itself is a legendary group. And Tanya, you have done so much in your works, and what a fabulous resume that you have. And I am just a huge fan of yours. But in closing our conversation, I'd like for you to speak on this very important issue, because I know that your Tanya Hart Consulting Inc. recently produced the National Awareness Campaign Act against AIDS and HIV for the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Talk to us just a moment about those community efforts.
Well, I've been working with that effort and with those campaigns, honestly, for a very long time, almost since the very beginning, when we realized that, oh my goodness, there's something going on. Because, back in the early 80s, when we didn't really understand what HIV/AIDS was, but people were dying. And they were dying more in our community than any place else. So, I've always been a reporter of some sort with so many different networks. And so I always did a lot of stories on it. Then I became very, very interested in saying, okay, what can I do? Because I've had too many friends that die. Yes. And, teaming up with a variety of people. But then about 15, 18 years ago, I got an opportunity to work with the CDC in developing some of these messaging campaigns. Yes. And we did, and it was so effective that, and then, of course, with the research that came along and the drugs that kind of could stay off the death part of HIV/AIDS, especially if you could afford it. So it became like, all of a sudden, AIDS really wasn't out there. So we thought, except then when the numbers started coming in 2011, 2012, there was a spike in it again. Turns out black women, Hispanic women, and young teenage boys. Mm-hmm. And then the numbers started rising because people kind of forgot about AIDS for a minute. We really kind of put a lid on it because of education. And so, but then, after a while, and so then this past year, I got called back and said, you know what, these numbers are rising again. So we're trying to put a lid back on that because the numbers, especially with teenage boys, black teenage boys, the numbers had risen by 45%. That some of these kids have HIV/AIDS, and that's just not acceptable.
That's right, absolutely. And again, if anyone wants to contact you, Tanya, and definitely assist with you during these community efforts, how can they?
Well, you can always contact. I have a website. It's www.Tanya-Hart, and that's HART.com. You can hit me up on my website, and we try to get back to people as quickly as possible. And then, I have a show every day, too, on American Urban Radio Network, AURN.com.
Yes, yes. And one last time, Tanya, before I let you go, the new edition biopic, it airs when?
It airs, actually, it's a 3-part thing. It starts airing on Tuesday night on BET.
Okay. Sounds good. Tanya Hart, it's not the last time. You have an open invite whenever you'd like to come back to
Thank you. I'm going to come down there and see you sometime, too. When I'm down that way, I'll pop on in.
I can't wait. Can't wait to meet you. I have a lot of things to talk with you about, Tanya, but thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend.
You too.
All
Take
right.
care, Denise. Bye-bye. Thank you as always.
Thank you. Bye-bye. And again, listeners, that was the fabulous, the beautiful Tanya Hart, and she was my guest today during the entertainment segment talking about New Edition. She's the first to put this group on the television. We will be right back with you.
It's been a long vacation, and your fans are waiting to see you again. And you guys all know how you look in rehearsal is how you come across on stage. So let's do it one more time from the top and let's get busy.
And we are back again, everyone. I want to say once again, thanks for tuning in to another edition of In the Know, the Jazzy radio magazine show that keeps you in the know about entertainment, health, food, fashion, lifestyles, and community affairs. At this time, we are turning the pages in the magazine to the lifestyle segment. David Bethel is the author of the really, really great book, Blue Moon, and he's my guest today. David, welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you very much for having me. I'm doing just fine.
And it's great to have you here with us. First off, I want you to let my listeners know a little bit more about this great book that you have written, Blue Moon.
Okay. Actually, it's called Blood Moon, but Blue Moon would have been a good title too.
Blood Moon. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. This is a novel based on a true story, a very harrowing story of an Argentinian businessman in Miami who is kidnapped, kept in a warehouse in Miami for 30 days. He is tortured during that whole period. He has his fortune extorted from him. He was a very wealthy businessman. And then they attempted to murder him. This was back in 1994 when the true crime took place, so there weren't things like the internet and so on and so forth. So they kept him for 30 days to extort the money. They had to do that over time by dealing with his banks and getting him to sign a quitclaim deed, which then had to be approved by the authorities and so on and so forth. Now, the story was brought to me by the private investigator who actually was instrumental in solving the case. He had read a previous book of mine called Evil Town, liked the way it was written, and decided that he wanted the true story of this crime told because he was consulting on a movie called Pain and Gain. I don't know if you're familiar with it. It starred Mark Wahlberg and Dwayne Johnson, and he was consulting on that movie. He saw they were taking it in a direction he wasn't crazy about. They were trying to make a black comedy out of something that he thought was a tragedy, and it was. And I'll tell you, in addition to what I've already told you, there are more tragic details to this. In any event, he did not like the direction this was going, so he called me up. He asked me if I'd be interested in writing a true crime book. So I said, well, that's not really my wheelhouse, but yeah, sure, I'll write a treatment of it. We'll get it around and see what kind of reaction we got. So I did that. I wrote a treatment of it, sent it to my agent, who quickly informed us that we could never get this thing published in time to counter the story that was being told in the movie. So we dropped that idea, but I was so taken by this story, and after having talked to the lone surviving victim of this, I asked him and Ed Du Bois, the private investigator who brought it to me, whether they would be okay if I turned this thing into a novel.
Okay.
So that is the story. That is the background behind the novel.
Now, even though it's based on a true crime, David, how did you actually fictionalize this book?
Well, obviously I couldn't. I didn't overhear anything. The conversations in the first half of the book between the various members of this psychopathic group of gangsters and their victim are things that I had to imagine based on the conversations that I had with the victim and with Ed Du Bois. Also, the second half of the book, I should back up and say that these guys were eventually caught only after the police actually refused to acknowledge that a crime had taken place, because they just couldn't believe that a man could survive 30 days in a hot warehouse. He had his face duct taped for 30 days, so essentially his face melted on him when he was there. And so they didn't believe his story, so they didn't go after the bad guys for even for months afterwards, and 2 other people ended up dying. That's why I'm saying that this is a very tragic story, because they were kidnapped. The bad guys tried to do the same thing. They just took it too far, and they ended up killing these 2. So, long story short, I changed the second half of the novel to be more a story of the wife of the protagonist taking on these psychopaths for what they did to her husband.
Wow. You know, this, listeners, will be a great read. I can just hear it in David's voice. Again, we are speaking with the author of the book, Blood Moon, David Bethel. Blood Moon, that is. And I'm looking forward to reviewing this great read, David, very soon. But
Thank you.
Yes, I want to go ahead now and switch this conversation over to my community affairs segment. Now, you
Sure.
have a political background as well, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you were a political speechwriter, and I want you to tell us a little bit more about that background, please, David.
Well, I started out as a press secretary on Capitol Hill, working on the House side with a congressman from California, and before long, he figured out that I could put sentences together fairly good. So I ended up being his speechwriter as well, and then I was hired to go over to the Senate side and work for Senator Paul Laxalt, who at the time was the senior senator from Nevada. And he was closely tied into the Ronald Reagan administration because they had been governors at the same time, and they ended up striking up a friendship as well as a political alliance. So that is really where I got started writing speeches, because Laxalt ended up as being the campaign chairman for President Nixon for his campaigns, and also he gave the nominating address for Ronald Reagan, and so that's a long-winded way of saying that I had a lot of speech writing to do.
Yes, you did, absolutely. But what I want to ask you is, we all know that the swearing in of Donald Trump will be happening very soon, but just a few words from you. How is the tone different or the same, in your opinion, for this swearing in of President Trump?
Well, I hope it is not anything like the bullying and blustering that he is known for and remains known for even after he was elected president. I'm sure you can tell by my reaction here that I'm not a big fan.
Okay.
I hope that he takes it upon himself to be much more inclusive and visionary in his comments and ceases and desists from his style that he uses in his tweeting. Now, words matter, and I'm hoping that he learns that, especially he's going to be president of the most powerful and influential country in the world.
Yes.
He can't, in my opinion, he can't continue to go off the cuff with his remarks. He has to be a lot more disciplined, and he has to work within a very, very strict outline of the things that he has to say. Whether he can do that or not, I don't know.
We'll see. Only the future knows, so we'll just have to go
Right,
day by
exactly.
day with this one. Absolutely. And again, listeners, we have been speaking with author of the book, David Bethel, Blood Moon. Make sure you pick this book up, David. How can my listeners learn more about this?
Well, they can go to Amazon and just type in Blood Moon, John David Bethel, and they'll find me. They can do the same thing with Barnes and Noble, and that'll work.
All right. David, hey, I'd like to invite you back again very soon. There's an open invite, okay?
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, David, and you have a wonderful weekend.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And again, listeners, that was David Bethel, author of the book, Blood Moon. That's Blood Moon. So, again, make sure that you pick up a copy of this great read, and you will be simply amazed. You are listening to another edition of In the Know, the Jazzy Radio Magazine Show.
What's her name? What's her name?
Hold my hand, feel the touch of your body cling to mine. You and me making love all the way through and all the night. I remember you and I walking through the park at night. Kiss and touch, nothing much. Let it flow, just touch and go. Love me more, never leave me alone. The house of love. People talk, people say, what we have is just a game. Oh, I'll never let you go. Come here, girl. Just start to make sweet love till the break of dawn. I don't want the sun to shine. I wanna be loved. Break of dawn. Is this magic in your eyes and in my heart? Break of dawn. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't stop loving you. Break of dawn. I won't stop till break of dawn. Making love. I can feel the sweat as you got me nervous yet. Let me groove.
And we are back again, everyone. I want to say thanks, and you are tuned in to another edition of In the Know, the Jazzy Radio Magazine Show. And at this time, we are continuing to keep the pages in the magazine to our entertainment segment. Ava Coda recently appeared on the new Fox show, So You Think You Can Dance, Next Generation. She was just called back to appear on the season 6 of Dance Moms. She's my guest today during the entertainment segment. Ava, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, and it's exciting to talk with you on today. How are things going?
They're good. Yeah, we're in LA and it's raining. I wish it was sunny, but
hey, we're getting some rain here. It's a little cloudy, but it's great to be here. Yes. Tell us a little bit, Ava, about So You Think You Can Dance, Next Generation.
Oh my gosh, it was such an amazing experience. You know, it was really cool being there with, everybody my age in the industry, because we all somewhat knew each other but didn't really know each other. So just having all of the kids in the room at the same time. Yes. And to be honest, my favorite part of it was meeting Kat Deely. She's like the most amazing person ever. So
sure,
yeah, that was like the highlight of everything.
Yes. Now tell us about that moment when you received the call to appear on the show.
Well, it was actually an open call audition first. So we did that, and then we went through the whole television audition section. So there's actually a lot more auditions than what just air on the show. So it was really cool to just go through the process that I've been watching on TV since I was like 8 years old. So.
Okay. Now, tell us a little bit more about Dance Mom Season 6. How excited are you about that?
It was a lot of fun. We just got wrapped with it, and I mean, Dance Moms is a very eventful show, I guess I could say. So, there's a lot that goes on. It's really cool that I don't think that a lot of people know that even the competitive teams and the ALDC, we are all super good friends.
Yes.
So it's great, just to be there and, have that experience with them. So, yeah, it was really fun, and I can't wait for everybody to see it.
Okay.
My mom kind of dreads going. But
oh, does she? Why?
Yes. Well, she's the one who has to sit there and just argue with all the moms the whole time.
Oh,
so I get to, dance and have fun. It's like what you put me through.
My goodness. Well, we are definitely looking forward to it. Now, what else is on the horizon for Ava Coda?
Well, I might be filming a couple of episodes of Dance Moms coming up.
All right, okay.
But I did just find out that I booked New York Fashion Week, so I'm going to be walking in New York Fashion Week.
Oh, congratulations.
So that is going to be, thank you. That is going to be super fun. So I'm excited for that. And I'm also just writing some new songs, some new singles. So that's exciting, the process. So, yeah, just a lot going on.
Yeah, and we are excited for you and can't wait to see all the new ventures that you have. Ava, just a few words of encouragement for that young girl or boy out there who's pursuing a career in what you are doing. What would you say?
I think the biggest thing is don't let anyone hold you back in what you love and what you want to do, because if you love it, you can do anything. So I think that's just the biggest thing, what has gotten me through everything.
Yes. Great words of encouragement and inspiration from the lovely Ava Coda. Ava, you have been wonderful. There is an open invite when you'd like to come back to In the Know Radio Magazine Show.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome,
Ava.
So much fun. You're welcome. And you have a really, really great weekend, dear.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. And again, listeners, that was Ava Coda. She was my guest during the entertainment segment here on In the Know Radio Magazine Show. And I hope you enjoyed that interview. When we return, more of the show. We'll be right back with you. back again, everyone. Thanks for listening to another edition of In the Know, the Jazzy Radio Magazine Show. I am your host, Denise Barnes. I have enjoyed the time with you on today, and I hope you have as well. I want to say thanks to my guest on today, the fabulous, the lovely Jasmine Guy, also Ava Kota, Tanya Hart, and author David Bethel. We will be rescheduling my interview with Jasmine Sanders. She will hopefully be with us on next Friday. But again, I have had a fabulous time with everyone. And remember to connect with me on social media. In the Know Radio Magazine Show is my public figure page. And tweet with me. My handle there is ITK Radio Mag Show. I want to send a special shout out, a special happy birthday to my grandson, Ashton. His birthday is coming up on this Sunday, January the 22nd. Happy birthday to my handsome grandson, Ashton. Ashton, yes, I want to say thanks to everyone. And also, that was just a little bit more of my jazzy selections in the background. That is okay, Paul Taylor. And also, happy birthday shout out to Sedgwick Lloyd here at Crosswind Media. Happy birthday to him as well, the producer of the show, playing all that fabulous music that you hear in the background throughout the show. His birthday is also on Sunday, January the 22nd. So again, happy birthday shout outs. Everyone, I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. We have had a fabulous show, and I'm looking forward to even more. And don't forget, if you got the inaugural blues, head to the Frisk Center Visual Arts Cafe for a free performance by the Nashville International Folk Dancers Band, Tansova Grouper, tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. It's a great way to end your day. And remember, if it's in the news, it's on In the Know Radio Magazine Show.
You've got it tuned to your community radio station, WRFN-LP, Pasquo, Radio Free Nashville.
This portion of today's programming is brought to you by Cherokee Forest Voices, dedicated to protecting the Cherokee National Forest, a wonderland of wildlife, clean water, wilderness, old-growth forest, and the Appalachian Trail. A beautiful alternative